And voting across 544 polling stations in Elgeyo-Marakwet kicked off early morning. The senatorial by-election has attracted 6 candidates after former Senator Chumba was appointed Transport and Infrastructure Cabinet Secretary. And we shall be crossing over to Elgeyo-Marakwet, where our reporter Ben Chumba is on the ground and will give us a detailed report of how the process has been so far, and as well as the voter turnout. Chumba, kindly bring us to speed.
I'm coming to you live from Iten Primary School here in Elgeyo-Marakwet, where the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, is conducting a by-election for the senatorial seat. Of course, this coming a few months after Senator Kipchumba Murkomen was appointed by the President to the cabinet. And voting exercise in Elgeyo-Marakwet kicked off in the morning at around 6 a.m. But what has raised a lot of concern here is the low voter turnout. In a county of about 214,000 registered voters, by noon, the number of people who had turned up to register to cast their vote is very alarming. In fact, I'm being joined by Mark Kiplangat, who is the presiding officer here at Iten Primary School. Good afternoon, sir. Can you please maybe tell us how is the exercise so far?
So far, we are doing fine. The exercise has kicked on well since morning at 6. And we've been doing reporting of voter turnout at 9, 11. And right now we have done at 1. The exercise has gone on well. And despite the fact that there is low voter turnout at the moment.
For instance, in your polling station, how many streams do you have? And approximately by noon, how much can you approximate in terms of voter turnout?
Thank you so much. In my polling station here, we have 4 streams, stream 1 up to stream 4. In stream 4, where I reside, however, we have 13%. In the morning, we had 2% at 9. At 11, we had 7. Right now, we have 13. That is approximate an increase of about 5% after every 2 hours.
What kind of challenges are you facing, and what are you doing to address those challenges?
At the moment, we don't have any challenges which has arisen, and we thank God for that. The problem is just that the voters are coming slowly. And we expected that by 11 we should be doing 50%, but I think in the afternoon we shall have a huge turnout, having in mind that in the morning it was a bit chilly, and maybe that could be the reason why people did not turn up in numbers.
Apart from that, as an official of IEBC, what do you think could have contributed to the low voter turnout?
Of course, I am not supposed to speak on behalf of IEBC. My returning officer is in charge of that, but I want to believe maybe perhaps this is a season where people are in jobs. Those who are in Mombasa, others are in Nairobi, and traveling back home could be one of the reasons why. That those who are supposed to be with us here might be back in their jobs, and then number 2 is because of jobs which is back in the villages. And I would want to believe that in the afternoon we might have a surge in the percentage.
Thank you very much for your time. That is Mark Kiplangat, who is the presiding officer here at Iten Primary School, which is just one among the 554 polling stations in Elgeyo-Marakwet. It is important to note that this polling station has about 4 streams, and each stream has about registered voters of around 700. And what is alarming is that by noon, barely 50 registered voters turned up to cast their vote. It is also important to note that the Elgeyo-Marakwet senatorial seat has attracted about 6 candidates, and the competition has narrowed down to 2 candidates. That is William Kisang of UDA and Tim Kipchumba, who is vying on PPD. Remember, people here are saying it is a 2-horse race. Others are saying it is just the UDA nomination rematch because the two candidates squared it out during the UDA nominations that were conducted a few months ago, and the difference in terms of votes between the two candidates were 1,300 votes. Team Kipchumba became second during the nomination exercise, which he claimed was not free and fair, and he then opted to get another party to sponsor him in today's election, and therefore is being fronted by PPD. It is also important to note that some people here are saying that this is a do-or-die race for the UDA candidate because it was just last year that he lost his parliamentary seat to an independent candidate. And even after getting the UDA ticket for the senatorial seat, he's also facing stiff competition from Timothy Kipchumba, who is vying on PPD ticket. Therefore, that is what we have as at the moment, but we will keep our viewers updated in our subsequent news bulletin. Back to you, Jack Wambiru.